Welcome to River City Plus. It is the show after the show, and I guess it's kind of appropriate, that we're talking about the after party after Luke Bryan's concert that's going down Thursday night at the Underbelly. So Mr. Jayville, he is the party host, but DJ Rock is Luke Bryan's touring DJ, and we found out a whole bunch of stuff about you in the few minutes we've had to chat. So I'm glad we get this time now that we can share with Jacksonville that he's actually he's got local ties. Folkestone in the house.
South Georgia boy here.
So before we get into talking about the after party, I just got to ask, how did you get to be a part of Luke Bryan's entourage coming from Folkestone?
So went to school at Georgia Southern. And that's how I knew Luke and then his lead guitarist, Michael.
Ah, college.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we all kind of playing at the same nightclub bar there at Georgia Southern. So.
And I never even thought, and so when I asked him, I'm like, so I never even thought about a DJ for a country show, but how do you guys incorporate that into the show?
Well, so I usually open it up, kind of set the mood from the when the doors open, and then in between all the bands and kind of build the vibe each set, and then right before Luke comes out, kind of get everybody in a frenzy and everybody ready to rock.
That's epic, man, because, I mean, how many shows have we gone to and we're just waiting in between, like, shuffling our feet, like, when's something going to happen? Or it's some canned music.
Right.
But to have you giving that little live feedback, you're the hype man.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it. Nobody wants to come out to a cold stage.
Yeah.
So you want to get the stage hot, so when he comes out, everybody's already in a frenzy and it's on.
I'd never even heard that. A hot stage, a cold stage. All right, I'm going to keep that in mind.
There you go. Yeah.
So, Mr. Jayville, I know you were plugged into some of any and all thing when it comes to music and promotion here in Jacksonville. I mean, I know a lot of people might recognize you from hip-hop and throwing your raves and all this stuff, but now you're spreading your wings and you were really wanting to incorporate a country vibe. So please explain.
Yeah, the best way to say is, when the landing went down, man, that was a huge staple for Jacksonville. A lot of artists that opened up for touring artists that were coming to the venue aren't able to do that anymore. So I wanted to create something that is going to give all the artists, the writers, a chance to get back on stage. And we're going to kick it off tomorrow night with the official after party with DJ Rock. And then starting in July, we're kicking off Duval Music Jam at Underbelly.
And what's that going to entail? Because I know you're really big on making sure artists can kind of learn the business from the ground up.
Well, if you've been downtown on any day of the week, it's a lot of crickets out there, unless there's a lot of events going on. On a Saturday around noon, you don't find much stuff going on downtown. There is a lot, but it's kind of spread out. So we picked Underbelly because we wanted to get people downtown. We want to start, showcasing the barbecue that they have, over 30 whiskeys, ice cold beers, and kicking off at noon, we're going to start bands all day long.
Oh, so you might have to come back for that. It might be a special, but we'll have to hold the whiskeys until after you play.
Nobody wants a drunk DJ.
I do take notes of that. People are like, you want? No, I'm good. I'm going to keep spending.
Pace ourselves.
So for you, what does it mean to be able to come back and showcase your skills? I mean, being part of the tour, hanging out with family, and then you got this after party where people are really going to get to see you shine.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hopefully we get everybody over there after the show. I think we've got probably somewhat of a limited capacity, so we know it'll sell out. So if you're coming to the after party, better get there early.
And so how many bands? You've got some bands that are going to be playing to kind of heat up the stage before he takes the main stage. So what kind of stuff can we look for there?
Yeah, so Chris Woods, Tyson Love, Brandon Parrish, Joe and Seth, Whiskey Heart, some of the best talent in Jax. They're going to start off kicking the night off. Doors open up at 7. Bands will start at 8. The bands will go on with also DJ EL playing in between the sets, getting everybody ready. And then, when the concert gets out, DJ Rock comes set them on fire.
Do you get like a police escort over, or is it a police like scooter or something?
Yeah, it depends on the escort, I guess.
You're gonna make
Depends if they're putting me in the back of the car or they're riding me over. It would be pretty cool to go over on a police horse. Yeah. I saw those this morning.
We got police horses? I didn't know.
Thankfully, Jack's party bus picking them up, taking them home.
That is shameless self-promotion.
There we go.
There it is.
There we go. Jack's party buses.
And then we were talking about your D-Day, what you spin, and you're like, what you want to hear?
Right. We do some of everything. Of course, you know, something like this, we'll throw probably a lot of country, but, you know, we kind of mix it up, mash it up. Some of everything, and then we just kind of see how it goes.
And Mr. Jayville, what do you hope people take away from the experience when they come out?
You know, Jacksonville hasn't had an official after party. We started throwing these official after parties with Rock, man, 2015, 2016 was our first one. Yeah. So this is the first time it's been in 2-3 years, maybe longer. You know, when COVID came in 2019, a lot of events stopped. So no one's really had an official after party after a band or concerts at ViStar. So, you know, I want them to get a real official after party vibe because every other city and state has them going on except us.
So you guys are like friendly. This isn't just a business type deal. How did you guys connect?
That's a good question. I guess when we started the first time we did an after party at Mavericks, and Chris was promoter, and we just kind of hit it off, and we had a great party. And then after that, he was like, "We got to do this every time." So this is what, number 4, I think. Yeah, feels like it. Yeah. So at least it's like 4 or 5, I think, somewhere along in there. Yeah.
And Chris, why does it mean so much for you to build relationships with artists and stuff like that, whether they're national, local, whatever?
Well, you know, a lot of big-time people like DJ Rock and Luke Bryan, they have big-time agents, you know, and having that relationship with the artist or the DJ helps, you know, make an after-party happen. So being able, especially, you know, he's from Folkestone, man, you got to have that relationship, you know. That's right here in our hometown.
So before you give it back, break down the specs. What's going down, time, place, and where can they get tickets?
So first go to eventbrite.com to get your tickets. They're still available, some VIPs and general admission. And right after the show, we're going to open doors at 7. ViStar opened their doors at 7. So if you don't have a ticket to Luke, you can also go ahead and just come to the official after party. We're going to be rocking and rolling the entire time. And then I like to call it marination. Once that marination and seasoning gets going, you know, when Rock comes over, it's grilling time.
I like it. So
there we go.
So you're like, people get there, get your drinks, get good and lubricated, and then the party is going to be in full swing. So if people,
we want you all to get good and hammered before you get there. I sound a lot better when you're good and hammered. Everybody dances when you're drinking.
So if people want to keep tabs with you, even beyond the concert life, where can they find you on their socials?
You can find me at _DJ Rock on Instagram, DJ Rock Facebook. I think it's at _DJ Rock on Twitter also.
All right. So I say it, people, support your locals, and my man's famous local. So you know what I'm saying? Local famous? Whatever. But we're going to have more our River City Plus. I'm discombobulated. I'm thinking about the party. River City Plus tomorrow, as always, and then at 9:30, River City Live. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank y'all.